Research has shown prolonged exposure to screens could be causing rising cases of dry eye disease in young people, and some optometrists are warning they're seeing more children presenting with this condition. To discuss, I'm joined by Dr. Shaina Zheng, who's an optometrist at Eye Care Plus Mermaid Beach. Dr. Zheng, thanks for having a chat. Firstly, can you explain what dry eye disease is and how often you're seeing young people present with it?
So dry eye disease is a chronic condition where the front surface of the eye is not adequately lubricated, and this can cause discomfort, pain, and in severe cases, vision loss. I'm seeing about 1 to 2 young people a week with dry eyes.
And how much would you say this has increased in the past year?
I'd say it's increased over the last few years. And typically you wouldn't expect a young child to have dry eyes or for young people to develop it.
So why do you believe that cases have increased in recent years?
I do think it's because of the increase in digital device usage. When we're on a screen, we don't blink as often as we should, and this leads to reduced tears over the eyes, and this leads to your symptoms of dry eyes.
And so what age groups are the most commonly affected? And this is affecting younger children too. Sort of how young are we talking?
Yeah, so typically dry eye disease affects 1 in 3 people over 50. But what I'm finding in practice is I've seen children as young as 12 present for dry eye diagnosis and treatment.
And so what are some of the symptoms?
So the most common symptoms are gritty, irritated, watery, itchy eyes. The most common treatment is eye drops, but what a lot of people don't realise is eye drops treat the symptoms. But there's new technology available like the InMode Envision Dry treatment that treats the underlying cause of dry eyes, which is blocked tear glands on the eyelids.
Are there any longer term issues with dry eye?
So in the long term, if there's inadequate lubrication of the front surface of the eyes, it leads to chronic inflammation, and over time that can cause irreversible damage to your eyes.
What do we know about the link between dry eye and screens?
So when you're on a screen, what tends to happen is you blink less because we're staring more. And with the reduction in blinking, we're just not getting the lubrication we need over the front surface of the eye.
And so how much screen time could be creating this problem? Because a lot of kids are on screens these days and parents are probably thinking, does my kid have too much screen time in a way that's damaging their eyes? What would you recommend?
So the studies actually show if you spend more than 4 hours a day on a digital device or a screen, it increases your risk of developing dry eyes. And I know Optometry Australia found that 51% of Australian parents say their child spends more than 4 hours a day on a screen. So one of the big things is to try to reduce the amount of screen time to less than 4 hours a day, to take plenty of breaks, and to blink intentionally just to lubricate that front surface of the eye.
Thank you so much for your advice. That's Dr. Shaina Zheng, Eye Care Plus Mermaid Beach.
Thank you.